A breakout film could continue to gain momentum at the box office this weekend. Our movie guy is here to talk about the Insidious September. Welcome back to the show as always, Eric.
Thank you.
This film did surprisingly well at the box office.
Did tremendous. I mean, the first Insidious from a few years ago was a nice little small little word of mouth hit, and this is just great news for James Wan, who's having one heck of a year. Yeah, The Conjuring was a big hit this summer. He's signed on to do the next Fast and Furious movie, and now this. I mean, it is tremendous.
It was almost a record breaker.
Yeah, it was the second highest grossing film opening weekend for September, just behind Hotel Transylvania, which is an animated film, so it was all the more spectacular.
Here's what else happened at the box office. Insidious, of course, coming in with $40 million, The Family at 14, Riddick at 6.8, The Butler and We're the Millers right around $5 million. Now, coming up this weekend, Prisoners and Battle of the Year. Any contenders there for first place?
Prisoners has a chance. Prisoners is being very well advertised right now. Hugh Jackman is certainly making the rounds, possible Oscar contender even. The film itself, I think, is very strong for two acts. A very solid kidnapping thriller, very intense, very emotional. And I think the final third kind of turns into Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
You are fresh off your trip to the Toronto Film Festival, where you saw 43 films.
43. That's right. 43 movies in 8 days.
And what you notice is there are some small films that are getting purchased by some big Hollywood agents and studios. So here's a look at that. The movies that were sold: Bad Words, Can a Song Save Your Life, The Railway Man, and The F Word. So tell us about these, starting with The F Word. Now, this actually has Harry Potter in it.
Yes, and The F Word is not exactly what it sounds like it is. The F stands for friend in the movie, and Daniel Radcliffe plays a guy who would much rather be in a more secure relationship more than just being a friends with Zoe Kazan in the movie. CBS Films bought that for $2.5 million. I think they could be a nice little sleeper hit.
Bad Words, speaking of, had a lot of buzz.
Yeah, well, this is one of the top sellers at the festival this year. $7 million Focus paid for the Jason Bateman's directorial debut. And it's a very funny movie. I mean, if Focus sort of advertises it the way that Bad Santa was advertised, it's very much in the same sort of realm. It's an older man swearing at children in a spelling bee, no less. I think this film could be a real solid sleeper hit for Jason Bateman.
And Can a Song Save Your Life?
Yeah, this is directed by John Carney, who did a small little film called Once a few years ago. Actually won an Oscar for Best Original Song with Glenn Hansard and Marketa Glova. This is another film. It's another sort of lovely little film about the making of an album, basically, with Mark Ruffalo and Keira Knightley. Keira Knightley, who sings in the movie. Catherine Keener and Adam Levine is also in the movie. So
and The Railway Man, which has Mr. Darcy.
Yeah, it has Colin Firth and Nicole Kidman. It's based on a true story of a man who was tortured during World War II by the Japanese, and sort of the story about not only his experiences, but sort of him as an older man and going back and confronting the people who tortured him. So Weinstein people picked that up, so I'm sure they're going to be looking probably for Oscars maybe next year on that one.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.